the spelly. Love her as she is, oh naturelley.
Peace and love, everyone. It's your girl KRENA. Welcome back to the channel. And I'm doing something that I really have always wanted to do, and now that I can expose myself and decode myself. This is actually me decoding my WAP remix. In this, I'm going to share with you the surface level meaning and the esoteric meaning behind the lyrics that I chose to put into the WAP remix. And if you'd like to hear the full song, then you can listen to the link down below. I call the remix Dirty Ass WAP.
Dirty ass pussy since 1993.
Okay, and it actually comes from a lot of deep like there's this trend about having the perfect smelling pussy and making sure that you do all the right things to make your pussy smell great. Yoni steams and don't use summer's eve, and there's just obsession with wanting to have a clean WAP. And the thing is that the vagina itself cleans itself. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like there's this trend of wanting to make your not wanting to appreciate the natural vagina and its power and what it's capable of doing. And so because we're so obsessed with having a clean WAP, I was inspired to create a flip on it, talking about having a dirty WAP. And so dirty clearly is not what it means, in the sense of, well, it is what it means. It's dirty, but it's not dirty in, well, I guess it's dirty. It's dirty. So instead of, I guess I'm learning to myself, it's dirty. No matter, especially in today's world when we obsess about it being clean, it's dirty, and it's natural for it to be dirty, and it cleans itself, So that's actually part of the esoteric messages behind Dirty Ass WAP, okay? But it does go deeper, and the lyrics are speaking to different levels. The first level is talking about the industry, okay? So the lyrics that I say is mother hating freaks, peep the techniques, dirty ass WAP since 1993.
Mother hating freaks, peep the technique. Dirty ass pussy since 1993. Yeah.
Okay. When I'm saying that, what I'm saying is that the music industry has its way of wanting to control the female and how she thinks and feels about herself, right? And it ties to exploiting the relationship with the mother. Now, we don't all have perfect relationships with our mother, but in the growth of healing as women, we really have to understand that relationship, because we become mothers again ourselves, whether you actually have a child or you're just mothering and nurturing the people in your life. So that's why I say mother hating freaks, because I'm really speaking to the industry at that point. Now the next, oh, you bumped your head? Okay. Okay. So interesting that I'm talking about being a mother, and right as I'm saying that, my daughter bumps her head. Okay, so peep the techniques, meaning do you see what's happening? Do you see the subliminal messages that are being said in the industry? That's also a part of it. The next part is dirty ass pussy since 1993. And I have to whisper that because I'm at the playground right now, y'all. Okay, so there's 2 or 3 meanings behind it. The first one meaning that it's also still talking about the industry, because the 90s itself was where they pushed a lot of these, subliminals, specifically in hip hop, about women and their relationship to themselves. And I do want to speak on the level of colorism a little bit, because the agenda was big on light-skinned women, and for my light-skinned women out there, I love you guys. And this is not about going after that. It's more about just seeing that sometimes we are exploited against each other. The idea of what is attractive and what is feminine and what is right was a very specific image for women. So now when we're talking about dirty, I'm talking about dirty in the sense of skin color as well. But I also want to say that since 1993 actually references something else in which for me, that was right around the time that I got my period. And so this is also going towards the idea of dirty vagina, because a lot of the times, like, we just don't appreciate the glory and the beauty of what it is, and we're ashamed of it. There's a lot of shame. That the third meaning behind since 1993 is, I'm not going to go deeply into it, but I will be sharing this. I went through a very sexual traumatic time right around that time as well, just before it actually. And so it also speaks on the level of purity as girls, as young girls. People are always, emphasizing to save purity, and a lot of the people around me, were emphasizing that, but at the same time, they couldn't prevent or control the sexual trauma that I had when I was a child. So that since 1993 line like hits like three areas: personal, global, and esoteric. So that's like the first three lines, y'all.
Dip into the V, slip between the twin peaks. He wanna claim a new main in his brain every week. He wanna shorty with experience. If you can't bang, where's fulfillment? Call 911 emergency. It's KRENA DEAN. There's been a breach.
This entire verse is talking about the chaos war that we're in and how it is also a feminine war. Twin Peaks is all about the 11 energy. It's about the polarization energy. And when I talk about going into the V, right, I'm also talking about sex. It's all sex. The entire thing's about sex. But then what is beyond that? You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's even a war like when a woman has sex. There is merging of love, but then there is also friction, right? And it's friction that creates the love. It's friction that creates the pleasure. So that's what this line is about. It's about the idea of global war, esoteric war, polarization, and I am giving out the symbolism and the patterns that have been used against us for all this time. In which, when I say call 911 emergency, it's KRENA DEAN. There's been a breach. I'm saying that I'm here. And the breach comes really in the next lines, because I talk about dark
skin, dark wop, dark horse. I got thick waist, stretch marks, clean wop. Think not, perfume smelly. Break the spelly. Love her as she is, on naturelley.
wop, dark skin. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that it's over. Like this whole industry thing that has even controlled my own mind on what is beautiful, it's over. I'm breaching my own mind. I'm breaching my own sense of what I think is acceptable and clean and dirty or whatever. And, for me personally, like, I've had this personal thing where, like, I used to really have issues with, like, the color of a vagina and how, it's just promoted, like, it needs to be shaven and it needs to be, clean, like I said before, and it needs to be lighter in color. I've wanted to bleach my own skin before. I never did it, never actually tried to do it, but I wanted to do it, because I felt like that was more beautiful. So this breach line into the next ones is me saying the breach is that I'm coming in dark. I'm coming in dark esoterically. I'm coming in dark occult wise, symbolic wise. I'm coming in dark chaotic wise. It's pure Lilith energy. But I'm also coming in dark with my skin color. I'm coming in dark with the acceptance of my skin color. I'm coming in dark with the acceptance of my vagina color. I'm coming in dark with the acceptance of the vag being dirty. I'm coming in dark because that's going to be my strategy. That's going to be my breach into the music industry, into the world, into anything that I do and put out. So yeah. And you can see that I'm saying, love her as she is, all naturally. that means to love yourself as you are, all natural. You know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be, you know, more enhanced, even wanting to do things like have plastic surgery. I mean, there's nothing wrong with, this is your life, you live it as you want, you know, you do it as you want. But I just mean by the core of it, by the core of your mind, your heart, and your soul, to love yourself all naturally. So I've been making music for a long time, but it's only when I started getting into astrology and decoding other people's music that I was like, you know, the reason I'm doing this is because I really, really wish that somebody would decode my own shit. So this is me doing that. This is me decoding my WAP remix. So I hope that you guys check it out. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment below about, you know, what are your ideas on everything that I've shared with you and where you're coming from, you know. And I'm willing to hear and listen to you, whether you agree or not agree with what it is that I'm saying. So peace and love. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Good girls don't come, be bad, get the O. Running out of time, tick tock, you know. I'm on the cross, I see you over there. This is a spirit war. Let me fix my hair.